Hello, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. You guys, this is what, my third update I think for my project Use It Up. This is the best one yet. And I thought last one was the best one yet, and I think that time I said I thought the last one was the best one yet, but this is like the best one yet. I have been doing so good, and yes, a video is still coming about using up your products. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. I'm getting there. There's just so many things going on that, and so many videos I want to film, and so the videos that I have to actually like write things down and organize a little bit and not just kind of like get on and wing it, are getting pushed aside because they take a little more work. I just need to sit down and actually like put in the work, you know? I got it. I'll get there. But for now, here is another update. If you don't know what this is a project Use It Up. It's rotatable. That's English. I always have 8 body mists and 4 perfumes in here. As I use one up, I will tell you in an update and then show you what I'm bringing in to replace it. I did mention last time that I might be going down, instead of 8 body mists, to like 7 and then 6 and then 5, just because my collection is getting much smaller. But for this update, we're still going to stick with 8 body mists, 4 perfumes. Perfumes, I don't use up that quick, but body mists, my, I've done so good, so I can't wait to show you. Let's start with the ones that I have used up. So the first one is Cherry Limeade. Do you guys remember this guy? This is Juicy Red Cherries, Candied Lime, Sparkling Citrus Soda. This was where I was in the last update. This is where I started. So I only had this much to use up, which was really easy. I used this on my bed sheets. I used this for the gym. This was really easy to use up because it doesn't last. Like, you'd spray it and 5 minutes later you can respray it and you'll be fine. So yeah, I use this up really fast. I enjoy it. It's literally like a very limey, zesty scent. Kind of smelled like, what are those things called? Gummy worms, that's what they're called. Like red and green gummy worms. But yeah, it was really nice. I don't think I'd repurchase a scent like this because it's literally just like a limey, zesty scent. Nothing too special, but I really enjoyed it, and that's one out of my collection. Next one I actually used up is Watermelon Lemonade, and by the way, I did mention that this was going to be a watermelon, why did I say that so weird? Heavy month where almost all the body mists are watermelon scented. I just wanted to get use out of all my watermelon scents, so this is Watermelon Lemonade that I used up. I loved this packaging, by the way. This is watermelon on ice, sparkling water, sugared lemon. I was all the way up here, and in a month I have used up the entire thing. I used this to the gym, and I also brought it to work and sprayed it at work. I got compliments. It was like a good scent. Also one that doesn't last very long, and again, this one does come out here and there. They repackage it all the time, and I don't know if I'll ever purchase it again when it comes out, just because I've had this scent multiple times in my collection, and I don't know that I'll need it again. Maybe give it like 5 years and I'll pick it up again, but it was a really good scent. I love me some Watermelon Lemonade, and I used it up. Then I have Pink Watermelon. This is Juicy Watermelon, Pink Petals, Dewy Aloe. This was all the way up top. Again, used the whole thing up this month. And keep in mind, I overspray, you guys. I overspray a lot because these don't last that long, especially light fruity scents. This was a very like aloe heavy watermelon scent, very refreshing. I loved this scent. This to the gym and just in the mornings when I wanted something really, really refreshing and clean was so good. Oh my gosh, such a refreshing, like not green necessarily, but you smell the aloe in it. Such a good scent. I love Pink Watermelon. Again, none of these I would rush out to repurchase if they came out again, but in a couple of years or something like that, if I remember the scent and still want it, I would. But I don't have that kind of attachment to these scents anymore. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this one. And in case you thought we were done with used up ones, we're not. This is Grapefruit Rosé. This is Sparkling Grapefruit Frozen Rosé, some splashed sugar. We, again, started off all the way up top, I think, right? Yeah, and used up the whole thing. I took this to work. This was like my work scent all the way through and through. And I was a little concerned. Actually, no, in the beginning, I think I just sprayed this because I really like the scent. This is a very like sugary grapefruit. It's not just very bitter only. It's like my favorite grapefruit scent that I think I've found so far. But I was so scared wearing it to work because I was like, you know what, people are going to potentially think I smell bitter even though it is a little sweeter. And I don't know if people want to smell grapefruit. I used this mixed with one of the perfumes I used up, which I'll show you in a sec. But I use that perfume all the time, so I don't think it was the perfume. Maybe it was, but this I swear, I got so many compliments. So many people stopped me to ask me what I'm wearing and said I smell fresh. They literally used the word fresh. Every single person used the word fresh, which makes sense because the fresh scent, but you don't find random strangers being like, you smell so fresh. Like, they'll just be like, oh, I like how you smell. They're like, yeah, so fresh, so clean. Like, I don't know what it was, but people were obsessed with this. And they were like, yeah, when the wind goes and like, we can smell you. And I was like, wow. The one that I was worried about people smelling got me the most compliments. This is my most compliment scent from all of the ones that I used. It is a really good one. Like, it's really sweet, it's grapefruit, it's fresh, it's nice, but it's like thirst quenching a little bit. I can't believe like how many compliments I got. I wouldn't repurchase this right away, but again, in a few years maybe. I really liked this one. And you guys, I finished a fifth one as well. This was Twist of Watermelon. I started off up here and used it all up. I brought this to work. It's really, really good. This was a very like citrusy watermelon scent. It's super girly, super fun. Again, a thirst quenching, juicy scent. It just smelled good. It just smelled good and girly, and people always say I smell really good when I wear really fresh scents. Like when I wear vanillas and stuff, people like it, but for some reason I get the most compliments when I wear like my freshies. So yeah, really like this one. Used it all the way up. I was saving this one for so long. This is Watermelon Mandarin, by the way, notes wise, but I was saving this for so long because I loved it so much, and I used it and I was like, oh, it was fun using it. This is why you got to use the products that you get right away when you love them, because I feel like if I used this right away when it was so sacred to me that I wanted to save it, if I used it right away, I feel like I could have enjoyed it even more. So that's just my tip. Please use what you love right away because you might not love it as much later. So might as well use as much of it as you can to make it worth the money. And you guys, last one I finished, so that makes 6 total that I finished, you guys, and most of them were pretty much full. 6 body mists in a month that I have finished, which means I get to add 6 more. So get excited. This is Fresh Getaway. This is Bright Yuzu Citrus, Fresh Ocean Air. I was right here and I used it all up. This I didn't take to work until I had just a little bit left. Initially I just used it whenever I went anywhere because this is almost like a more elevated citrus scent. It's like fresh and clean but almost expensive smelling. They use that oceany, I don't know, the ocean air thing that makes it smell very clean and adult, but like fancy yacht party citrus. So I wore this whenever I had class or anything like that to smell fresh and clean, but a little elevated. And again, such a good one. All right, so the 2 leftover ones I only made progress on. Let me just mark them really fast. So this is Bombshell Beach, same thing as Bombshell Summer or Bombshell Paradise. They used to repackage this every year. I don't know if they still will. This, I don't have the notes on here. I know it has, I believe, grapefruit and maybe blackcurrant in here. It's just a very fruity, sweet, feminine, juicy scent. It's super fruity. It's like the typical Victoria's Secret scent, which is super fruity, but also like fresh and has some florals in there, but also like refreshing florals. Not like mature florals because it's like a light Victoria's Secret scent. Just like the perfect fruity floral with a hint of something like slightly perfumey in there, but not really. Really light. I love this scent. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can tell that top mark all the way up top was where I started, so I only used about this much. But that's because I was focusing on other scents. This is definitely the one that I'm going to focus on next. But I love this scent a lot. I also love this packaging. I think it's cute to display, but we're using her up. And then let's talk about probably one of my favorite scents of all time. This is Pink Watermelon Blast. I have not taken this to work because work, I feel like, are scents where I'm like, where I get bored of them or something. Like these kind of scents I want to be excited to wear. And I use them more in my day-to-day life when I'm going somewhere fun. I love Pink Watermelon Blast. This is Juicy Pink Watermelon, Sugared Strawberry Blossoms, Lime Zest. This smells like watermelon candy. Ugh, like pounds of sugar was poured on watermelon. Like it smells so good. Still refreshing, but almost like a Jolly Rancher without that like plasticky candy smell that sometimes happens. It's literally like watermelon if they poured sugar on it. It smells so yummy. I just started using the lotion of this too. It smells so good. And they're repackaging this for the semi-annual sale. It has really groovy packaging, so I might... See, I don't buy backups or anything like that. I'm using up everything in my collection, and I only have like a few products that are like my stay forever kind of products where I'll end up repurchasing them over and over again. I want them in my collection forever, and they're like my top favorites of all time, like a Bath & Body Works scent that is my forever scent, a Victoria's Secret scent that is my forever scent. And I might add the repackage of this into that collection because I love the scent that much. The thing is, I try not to do that unless I've used at least half of my last one, because then sometimes I'm like, yes, I need another one. But then by the time I'm like halfway done, I'm like, I'm over this scent. So this one, I want to think ahead and believe that I won't get sick of it, and I want that groovy packaging in my collection. I might purchase, it might be the only backup that I purchase, but I'll also finish this hopefully, because oh, it smells so good. I cannot wait to use more of this. But anyway, I started off there and I'm over here. Just a little bit of use, but we're going to continue using it all through next month, and I'll probably end up purchasing the other one if it smells the same at the semi-annual sale. Alright, so let me show you what I am replacing body mists with, and then we'll move on to perfumes after. So because I used up 6, that means I get to add 6 to my project pan and use them for the next month. So those first 2 that I made progress on are staying, and let's add 6. So the first one I'm adding is Papaya Paradise Cove. If you know, you know. If you've been watching me a while, you remember when I first got this, and I was so obsessed, you guys. This has fresh papaya, starfruit water, honeysuckle, passion flower, amber. Now this literally just smells like pool water that you threw some like mangoes, papayas, like random fruits in. You can't really, it's like flavored water, like sparkling flavored water, where like you can barely tell that there's any kind of like fruity like taste to it. It's mostly just water, like LaCroix. That's what this kind of smells like. It's like this pool water with like hints of fruit in there, and I love that. Usually scents like this, they'll add coconut, they'll add cotton, they'll add amber, they'll add, I don't know, oh this does have amber, but like it'll be more prominent, or sandalwood or something to make it last longer, make it a little heavier, make it more pronounced, and I hate that usually. So this is like that perfect refreshing scent. I absolutely love this. I hope they come out with it again so more people get to experience it. That's where I'm at. We'll see how far I get, but I love this scent. Cannot wait to get use out of it. Another one, this is Joy Sugared Snickerdoodle. This is Snickerdoodle Spice, Creamy Vanilla, Sugared Musk. I realized I had so many fruity scents. I was kind of missing my like vanilla gourmand scent, so I decided to add something gourmand in here. I use these a lot at night. This is where I'm at. I was actually like all the way up here, but I've used this just on my own in the last like month or two, so I figured might as well add it into here. So that's how much I have left to use. This is such a good cookie scent. It smells like straight up snickerdoodles, like not too much of that like heavy baked scent, which a lot of their gourmand cookie scents have a heavy bakery scent to them that's a little too much for me. This is a little like less of that deep bakery, more light snickerdoodle scent. It smells so good, so I cannot wait to use this. And this is a winter scent, but it's like a year-round scent for me because it's just like a cookie scent, you know? It's so good. Next one I'm adding is Midsummer Dream. This was a hit and miss for a lot of people. I can't remember when this came out. Was it last year or 2 years ago now? This is Salted Pear, Fresh Nectarine, Seaside Lily. I think a lot of people with that like salted pear were getting nauseous or something. I love this scent. I think this smells like the it girl on the beach. Like when I think like old reality TV shows in like California, the like popular girl goes to the beach and she's just chilling there in her tank top, like hair blowing, like you think she smells like salty ocean, but like also fruity and like fresh and clean, and like that's what I imagine, and that's what this smells like to me. So I'm all the way up top, so we'll see how much I get through, but I literally cannot wait to use this. I think this is a whole vibe. Sometimes when you put on a scent and you just become the person, like that's the vibe this is giving. Next, you guys, is Never Ending Summer. This is Fresh Bergamot, Sapphire Seas, Island Hopping. I've been saving this as well. It's all the way up top. This is my favorite Victoria's Secret packaging that they've ever come out with. I wish they did more cute stuff like this. It's just more elaborate stuff. This is like lime candy. It's refreshing, but it's also super sugary. It's so good. This is going to be great for the summer and the beach, and just like, it's going to be perfect. If I don't use it up, I'll move it into July too. I just think, so good. Next, I'm adding Aqua Kiss into here. This is kind of like a forever scent. I do think I'll always want this in my collection, but maybe I'll wait a little bit before I repurchase it. Or maybe if there's a sale and I need an extra body mist to get like the sale, I'll add this in. This is Cool Waters Bright Daisy Make a Splash. This is my favorite, I think, from their base collection. I do like Velvet Petals a lot as well, but this is just like your expensive freshie. You definitely get this like watery, aquatic note, but it's almost like a perfume as well, but not in like a heavy way. I don't know. The floral is very light. It's such a beautiful feminine scent. I absolutely love Aqua Kiss, and I want to get more use out of it, so that's why I wanted to add it in here. I'm there. We'll see how it goes. And the 8th body mist that's going to be in here is Velvet Petals La Creme. Again, I've been saving it. I'm right here. This is Queen of the Night Flower, White Sandalwood. This is the better Velvet Petals in my opinion. To me, this is like Velvet Petals with like more sweet fruitiness. It has floral, it has less of that like, whatever in Velvet Petals makes it more gourmand, it has a little less of that and more of like a sweet fruitiness, super feminine and girly. So I can't wait because all my scents are either super fruity or super gourmand. This is kind of like the girly in the middle. So I needed a scent like this. So I'm so glad that I'm going to just shut up and use it finally. So yeah, that is being added. And those are going to be my body mists in my project pan. We'll see how I do. Let's move on to perfumes. Okay, so the perfume I used up is Apple Juice from Zara. This is where I was at, then I was here, and then I used all the rest up. I use this every single day. I oversprayed it because it doesn't last very long. This gets me compliments. This is a dupe for Chanel Entendre. I think it smells similar, just a little less expensive, but Chanel's so expensive that this is like an easy alternative for sure, and the packaging is really cute. Will I purchase this one day? I don't know. I do have the Chanel Entendre one, so I don't know if I need this one. When I finish that one, I'll see if I want to repurchase it or if I want to buy this because it's one of my favorite scents ever. It's so feminine and fresh but sexy at the same time, and it's really hard for a perfume to do that, I think, for me, because they become very heady, or fresh ones are just fresh, like there's nothing like feminine or extra about them. And this is sexy but fresh and clean and fruity at the same time, so highly recommend trying Apple Juice from Zara. This is Black Opium. This is the Nuit Blanche version. I do want to try the new perfume for the Parfum version because I heard that's very vanilla. Nuit Blanche is the only version I've liked so far, so I'm curious to try the other one. This is like a sweet cappuccino smell. I love wearing this at night. I don't know if you can tell, but here's the lines. I've used a little more than I marked it before, like a few days before the video, but then I used some. So technically where the juice is at is where I'm at. So I have used a decent amount. I will probably end up using this up this month. We'll see. I'll be a little sad this is discontinued, and again, the only Black Opium I like. But I'm gonna try the perfume version and see how that goes. And then I have Moschino's little, this is Toy 3, I think? Which one are you? No, Toy 2. So this is kind of like the Apple version of light blue. I really like this. It kind of reminds me, I always say, of White T-shirt from Bath & Body Works, mixed with light blue, but in an apple version, like apple with white t-shirt. I love this smell, and this gets me compliments all the time. People have, like, at the post office, the lady's like, what are you wearing? You smell so good. I don't know why. It's like the fragrances that I don't think are that special are the ones that get the most compliments. I started off, there's the line, and I used up literally just a tiny bit of it. I haven't marked these yet, so literally just a tiniest bit because I was focused on Apple Juice from Zara. But I'm gonna get more use out of this. I'll wear this to work and things like that because it's not offensive, but it just gets all the compliments. It's such a good freshie and it projects. Then you guys, I have Versace's Eros Parfum. I don't think, I barely use this. There's the line, there's like maybe a few millimeters there. One of my favorites, initial spray, this smells like almost like a lemon gummy bear, dries down to like a beautiful floral, sweet, citrusy scent. It's just very good. I absolutely love a lot of Versace scents. I just don't really like the packaging, but I'm excited to get more use out of this as well. And then I have to add a perfume to make it 4. So I'm going to add Sabrina Carpenter's Sweet Tooth so that I have something a little more gourmand to wear with my gourmand scents. I like this scent. It's more of a recent purchase for me. It's a little heady for me. Like it's not super strong necessarily, but there's something in there that's a little heady for me, but it smells really good. Very like sweet, I don't know, vanilla candy smell. It smells really good. But that's where I'm at right now. and we'll see how far I go. I'm not gonna go through this super quick because I have to be in the mood for gourmand scents, but now I have the option. All right, you guys, that is my update. Let me know what you guys thought, how I did, and let me know what products you're working through and what your mindset is on that, and I will see you at my next update. Bye, guys.